communities through such initiatives. Currently, our minerals have been mined and they have been shipped out of the country. All of it. We do not beneficiate in the country. And by so doing, you are also bringing factories, after having to beneficiate their minerals, having to also still ship the final, product that which has been beneficiated to other countries is very expensive. They might say, we might as well, do a final product here in the country. We'll have cars, we'll have cell phones, we'll have everything that which we need, and that's why we are going to extract value. But I don't believe in expropriation. I mean, expropriation of land. Also, I don't agree to such things. I agree in the current willing buyer, willing seller policy to say the government also should assist and put budget annually to actually help buy a lot of land, that which from those who have got the land.
Okay, allow me to digress. So according to me, before just I digress. So the more you nationalize, so nationalization would be the more government puts its hands on an entity.
Yeah.
To privatize is more, the more government leaves that entity to breathe on its own in private hands.
Yes, you just focus on collecting tax and making regulation.
Yeah. So as I digress,
it's a free market.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to digress with asking you a question. Maybe we'll come back. Gayton McKenzie is in mining.
Yeah.
And he make his millions there. I've just listened to what you are saying. I'm starting to think, could it be that the problem that we have in mining is our political players are there in mining? Number one. Similar to the problems we have in taxi industry is because our politicians are there. The third one is our politicians are in tracking, and that's why maybe our problems are there.
Correct.
So, do you have a stake in mining?
Myself?
Yes.
No, I don't have.
Have you left mining completely?
No. I haven't. I'm in the mining sector through my activism.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the reason I'm asking all of this question is so people could see how independent and
I don't have a stake.
Yes.
I don't have shares in any other mining company.
But you do have an interest because you operate in that.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Do I wish one day to own a mine? Yes.
Okay.
Like everyone, I've got dreams also.
Yeah.
But also for the purpose of creation of jobs, and also, having to see that there is transformation, I have to see it.
Yeah.
With myself, especially in the mining sector, we need to see. I mean, this is the industry that I learned. I mean, I went to school for this industry.
I understand.
I know nothing other than other than mining.
Yes.
So this is the industry that I know in and out, and I think that I also know how can we improve. The situation in the mining sector to make sure that it continues to create more jobs and also help, contribute more towards our GDP and add value to our economy and so on. So there are things that which in this mining sector, they've been done wrong. Hence I said that we can collect enough taxes, we can increase exploration. You see, the government has stopped doing exploration long time ago. In fact, right now, in terms of the data that which we are relying on, mostly we are relying on the data of the apartheid regime. So the apartheid regime, what they did is that they were very wise. They were mapping this country, making sure that they know, where is these minerals. They had, geoscience. The geoscience was, it still exists, but it was funded properly so that they go around, drilling around the country to identify what type of minerals do we have. Currently, the ANC government, they are relying on the data of geoscience. They don't even, currently we have got improved technology of this. If we were doing exploration to say, okay, we are putting about 2 billion rand annually to make sure that the department goes around doing the drilling, maybe we can also discover new minerals. And once they are discovered, investors will be coming in and mine those minerals and so on. I can tell you, so there are a lot of wrong things that which have been being done. We are also talking about beneficiation of our minerals. Those are things that which I think they are wrong. We're supposed to beneficiate our minerals in the country so that we are able to create jobs for our people, other than us having to sponsor jobs overseas where our minerals are being shipped out of the country. So hence I'm telling you to say, I know much more about the industry and how the mining sector is going. Hence now you're talking about, nationalization of mines and so on. And I tell you that it's going to be flawed. I think that we must just collect enough taxes from these mining companies and also bring about these BEE, policies to say, in terms of ownership, partner with black people and so on and so on. And I think that's what we need to do, but also still protect the jobs for the people.
Okay, in closing,
yeah,
I'm gonna throw you things and then you unpack it for us.
Yeah.
You are in parliament, a voting comes.
Yeah.
To vote for or against nationalization of mines, you are obviously going to say no.
I'm going to say no.
A land without compensation.
No.
A border.
Let's build high walls to protect our sovereignty.
Okay. So
I'm against illegal immigration.
Okay.
Right? And what I'm proposing,
because I want you to make it clear.
Yeah.
Because others will then say figuratively, you want a physical wall.
Physical wall.
All right.
To be built.
Yeah.
Remember,
no matter how much it costs.
No matter how much it costs,
Okay,
right?
sure.
We have got the SNDF, the South African Defence Force, which annually we give them money. All right, we give them budget. Recently, there was 2 billion, which was went to deal with the war in DRC. There, it's a good initiative. It brings stability into our continent. But also, let's not forget the internal issues that which we are having. I mean, a person cannot just walk in and out of our borders there,
Yes.
Walking. I'm talking about literally walking and crossing our borders, meaning that, we see human trafficking there, we see goods, trading of goods illegally, and so on. But more importantly, we've got, a lot of, illegal immigrants in the country. And I think that we should deport them urgently. That is on an urgent, basis. We need to do that. Make sure that we deport them, and everyone who comes to South Africa must come here legally. We should be able to identify you. We should build walls. The SNDF has got, soldiers and engineers. They are also there. If you do not know, we've got engineers in the defense force. Those are people who can assist in actual constructing. At least they will be doing something.
Let's say we build a wall.
Yeah.
The most famous boundary it's South Africa and Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Which side of the river should the wall be?
Which side of the wall?
Which side of the river?
The river
should the wall be?
Doesn't matter, that one.
It matters, because if it's on South African side, you are stopping people from Musina to access the river. So you have typically rendered.
At the end of the day, we must just have a wall.
Let me finish. So you have effectively given away Limpopo River to Zimbabwe. So it doesn't matter to you.
But remember, you can still construct. We've got engineers, as I said.
No, I agree with you. Because what I want to do is the practicalities of the. Let's say it's a river, Limpopo River. It's no man's land. Kamugi Zimbabwe, Kamugi South Africa.
Sure.
So the river is in the middle.
Sure.
So if we were to construct this physical wall, you want it on the South African side because you can't build it on Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
So you want it on the South African side because you can't, unless you want to build it, you want to separate Limpopo River into two.
Yeah, you can. Remember, you can do that. Remember, you can still you can make a bridge underneath to control the water. That's not really a problem. You know how the dams are controlled.
Also, so in short, you will build a wall inside Limpopo River.
Correct.
Okay, no, it's fine.
That's
okay.
basically what we'll do. But remember, you can still control. If there is basically a bridge
Yes.
that which you let the water pass and so on.
No, it's fine. As long as we
controlled.
understand.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we need to build a wall. And should I be elected in Parliament,
you will vote for that,
regardless of how many constituencies I have. I will continue to voice out that to make sure that we protect our borders. Protecting our borders is not about being xenophobic or anything else. It's about every country has got sovereignty that they protect. Right now, if you go to Zimbabwe, they are going to deport you. Just go there without papers, and we see that on the news.
Yes,
we saw even
Dr. Malinga went through the same.
Dr. Malinga went through the same. I think there was also a minister who also said something in public to say, if you come here illegally, we are going to to take you back where you come from. And it's not to say they are xenophobic. It's because they are protecting their sovereignty. And because if you come to a country and we don't know who you are, you commit crime, you do things, and we don't know. It's just to actually make sure that we are able to know who's living with us here and who's among us. And basically that's what I believe. If I am to vote, I will vote against illegal immigration in the country.
Yes, I know there are laws that says, let's just call it bylaws. There are bylaws that says spaza shop, you must have blah 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 to invest in the country, blah blah blah. I understand, but if you were to vote that the Somalis and the Pakistanis and the one who have monopolized spaza shops in South Africa must let go of this thing, pack and go, or so our South Africans can get back the spaza shops, would you vote for that?
That's what I'm advocating for, that they leave. Okay. They, in fact, in terms of the spaza shop, those who are in the country illegally must go back. Secondly, spaza shops, in terms of policies that I'm advocating,